Welcome everyone to an awesome, well, I say awesome, I'm hoping it's going to be awesome, but we're going to be doing a live video today where we're going to be painting Emperor's Children. Of course, we've just got the good old Fabius himself. It's just been announced, and what a great opportunity to get some models done ready for his launch. So hopefully the time that we come out of lockdown, I'm going to have the ability to put a Emperor's Children onto the table. That's the plan anyway. So when you're in, drop some comments, let us know that you're on. But before we do anything, let me just share this to the groups, and then we are ready to go. So what I've done this morning, oh, what's broken off there? So what I've done this morning, these were all on the old bases. They've been built but never painted up at all. So what I wanted to do, I wanted to get these ready for 9th, because I'm hoping that we're going to see some love with the Emperor's Children. That's the plan anyway. So what we've got quite a few of these little bad boys. And what I've done, I've had these sat around for such a while. What I wanted to do is do some custom work. So as you can see, they're meant to be all like that, but because I think they've got such awesome torsos, these 412 models, I wanted to lose the main weapons themselves and actually turn them into close combat, because I think they've got some outstanding little bits. So of course camera tonight is going to be a little bit different. I'm trying to play around with the setting here, so I'm going to try to get this around the right way for yourself. So when I'm painting, if you see it go upside down, do apologise. I don't think there's anything I can do to get that sorted. I don't think. Let me try and see what I can muster up, because that's going to be real annoying real quick. Let me just see what I can do. Let's try not make this irritating. Let's get that in place, and hopefully we can get that. Oh, let's get that sorted out. Not the time to be breaking the camera. Let me see where we are at the moment now. So hopefully, there we go. So you kind of got them the same way as I've got them. So if you are watching this video back later on, I will be I'm just looking back and seeing on the camera to apologise. It's just absolutely freaking bonkers. Right, drop some comments down below if you're in. Thank you very much. Really do appreciate you joining along. But the plan is to paint these up ready for 9th edition, because I've got a feeling, I'm hoping these boys are going to be absolutely freaking cool once they drop. And they are some awesome models already. And as you can see, I've got quite a few that are just there. So as you can see, I've done some conversion work in the past. So for instance, I've got one here that used to be, or shall I say, I've got the body of the Sons of Horus. So I've got the Sons of Horus torso in there. Just scraped all the Sons of Horus markings off, just so we've got some variety. Otherwise, if you have them all exactly the same, they look a bit boring. But I think they were such lovely models back in the day. But it'd be really cool to get these painted. And as you can see, for the bases, I've got some really cool bases going on there. I think they're cool, but they were all on the smaller bases. So this morning, I've had to cut them all off and then just readapt them to the new bases, just so they then fit in with the current edition and the bases they should be sat on at the moment. As you can see, there's some really cool stuff on there. And this was like, I think, if I remember rightly, I had a couple of Horus's bases, and all I've done is just cut it up. I've also used some green stuff as well, and done some like green stuff presses for some of it. But yeah, they turned out really, really awesome. Absolutely awesome. Well impressed with that. So have we got anyone in the comments so far? Hello there. Right, so we're gonna have a little play today. I haven't quite made my mind up what colours I want to go with these yet. So this is what I've got. We have got, thank you very much everyone that's joined, Imperial Fist. So this is the plan. I've got Squid Pink, and I've got Sunset Purple. So 2 random colours. Now the Games Workshop colours would be Nagraph Knights, Gene Stealer Colt, or Gene Stealer Purple with Xenos Purple. So they're the colours that Games Workshop want to go for. But I want to make this vibrant. I want to see if I can make these colours pop. So I'm going to try one where we're going to go with base is going to be Sunset Purple. The highlight is going to be Squid. I think I might be going a little bit too much for that, but we're also going to add some inks in there as well. It's going to make this vibrant. We're going to make this nice. So I think once I've popped the ink in there, it's going to kind of darken up the purple a little bit. So we're going to do some ink interest in there as well. And just like last time, as soon as I start putting the air compressor on and etc., or not so much the air compressor but the hairdryer, what I'll do is I'll pop that on mute and I'll put some tunes on. That's the plan anyway. Hopefully you can all hear us. That would be a good start that you can. So let's just make sure we've got sound. Yep, I can see myself talking. So let's crack on. So anyway, what is everyone been up to? What is the projects is on everyone's table at the moment? Let's go with, let's close that down. Got 101 things opened up on the Mac, and that is not cool. Come on, close. This is where the Mac has a little bit of a hissy fit. Let's force that down. Let's force close that. Cool, right. And then let's close that. And then should let's turn that on for a sec. Of course that's not going to pick it up, is it? Of course it's not. Of course it's not. That's not how we want to play it tonight. If I have that going, let's see if that picks up now. Yeah, cool, right. We're getting there. This is where OBS wants to play ball. Just before I set this up, everything was all working absolutely perfect. Then all of a sudden, as soon as I get into it, it decides it doesn't want to do what it needs to do. There you go, so let's go that one. Let's turn that down. So first up, what we're going to do, we're going to go in with some Zenith highlighting first of all. Ah, awesome. Orcs always need some new cool models. At some point I'm going to do my Orc conversions. I've got some, I probably said this last time, but I've got some old World War II flyers that need to be converted up. I'm hoping with the new fly rules, Orcs are going to be absolutely freaking awesome. Hey, welcome. Thanks for joining us tonight. Much appreciated. So going in with the flat white, Tamiya flat white. And this stuff is toxic as hell. So let's get that in there. I should just get some gloves on. That would be a good start. Still got my grey knights to do, and I've just lost the love to even bother doing them. Got loads already painted, but do you know when you got that hobby going and you need to finish it off? Do we reckon we're going to see some new orcs in 9th edition? That would be friggin' awesome. Or is that just me fantasizing? So here we go. So we're going to do the pre-highlighting first of all. So we're going to have the sun coming down. Let's have it coming down on this way here. So let's go here first of all. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do 2 models tonight. Otherwise, this is going to get a boring stream. I want to try to keep this entertainment as best we can, if we can help it. If we can help it. So let's do the captain first of all. So we're going to do the pre-highlight. It's important that we get it in cover. And let's get that in. No, I'm not going to worry about that cloak so much. It's a guarantee it's not going to last very long, so hopefully that's staying in focus. Is that staying in focus or is that lost it? Come on, don't muck around. Sorry about that. That's not what we wanted. Hey, Bobby. Look, stompers are going to be absolutely freaking awesome. And I'm really hoping, I'm praying they don't make the death threads too expensive, because I'd love to get some. I've got a few of those that need to hit the table, and I'd really like to see them hit, go onto the actual table itself. So I've decided with my Emperor's Children, I need to make a little bit of a storyline on why we've got some Emperor's Children coming on that are not quite chaos. And of course we've got the whole thing with the Necron Lord coming back in as well. They're not orcs at the moment, mate, but unfortunately I need a little bit of variety, so plus I need a break of painting the same old stuff, so it's a real good opportunity for me to try something a little bit different. Sometimes it's nice just to paint something a little bit different. There we go, what we got. So you can see we're going to, hopefully you can see that and the camera's not gone too out of focus. Let us know if you can't see that. That'd be really, really cool. Hopefully you can. Hopefully it's nice and clear and you can see that. If you can't, I am actually recording on the other camera, so if you do miss any of this, I'll have a little painting guide up a little bit later on, probably tomorrow now. I'll get it edited and I'll post it up, and I'll cut all the garbage out of the middle, so, and I'll put in whatever colours I'm using as well. So that is that done so far. Let's go a little bit. Now with the shoulder pads, I want to try to keep some dark into the thing. Actually, Emperor's Children are white shoulder pads, aren't they? Not purple. Okay, no worries. We can come back to that. God, someone's got a barbecue on the go and it smells bloody gorgeous. Teasing me. Got the window wide open. It's nice and warm. Yeah, I've seen your pictures of your Emperor's Children. They're absolutely awesome as well. They're really, really nice, stunning. Right, let's get this one on the go. I'm hoping, now they've done Fabius, I'm really, really hoping they've got Airbrush coming out as well. Not Airbrush, Lucius. Because Lucius is a really, really old model at the moment, isn't it? And it'd be really cool if they got a new Lucius model. Another absolutely awesome character in the 40k hit. Mind you, he's a bit of a backstabber, his old Lucius though. If you're not familiar with the backline of Lucius, it's definitely well worth checking out the Horse Rising, Galaxy of Flames, and what's the other one? It's free in the series, and there's the Fight on Isfan, and you've got all the way through. Lucius is an absolute friggin' awesome character, and I love him through the whole thing. Right towards the end, he becomes a right git. Hopefully, guys, you can see this, because otherwise that'd be gutted. Drop some comments down below if this is a little bit blurry. Let us know. Yeah, so as I was saying, Lucius has got such an awesome character. He's on this planet called Murder, and he's battling these bugs. And what I love about Lucius, that he's so cocky as a fighter. He picks up one of these limbs of the bugs, and he's just battling it out with them, and it's just absolutely friggin' awesome. There you go. So that's that done. We're gonna leave the gun. Do I want to do the gun? Going to do the gun anyway, just in case I change my mind. Moment, I'm going to paint up purple. However, I'm probably going to do that black. But I'm just going to pre-highlight it at the moment, just in case I change my mind. I think that's pretty much it. So I've gone really, really high on the highlighting. I chose grey as a base colour because grey is going to be a nice colour to pick up the darker purples. Right, let's get this away. So excess paint just tipping straight into the actual pot itself, not being shy with it, because that stuff, even though you put thinner on it, you can use it over and over again. If that makes sense. You can't use it over and over again, but you can put it back in the pot what you're not using, and then just use it and just use that paint again. Yes, it's going to make the paint thinner, but the beautiful thing with that is it's just make sure you make a note of it, because then it's kind of going to be a little bit pre-thinned already and make it easier. Right, okay, cool. Let's do this. Let's move Fat Face down here. Let's do that. And let's do that. And hopefully we keep that. The camera is not playing ball today, is it? It doesn't like it. Let's see if I can get that any better. What is going on with it tonight? Come on. Okay, hopefully we'll keep an eye on that, because otherwise that'd be a shame if the whole stream and you can't see it. Awesome! Right, shall we go with some bright colours? Should we stick to Games Workshop, or shall we actually try a little recipe of our own? I think that'd be... Let's go with the ohm option. Because to be fair, they do like their vibrant colours. They're all about noise. They always like about... you know, they like that vibrant brightness. So, oh God, I'm even tempted. Do you know what? I'm even tempted. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go. But these are the colours I'm gonna go with. Definitely gonna do it. No ifs, no buts. Let's see if I've got a nicer. We'll see what other inks I've got. No, it is only that one ink I've got. No worries, no worries. That's a shame. I thought I had a nicer ink, but it is what it is. Right, let's see what we can do. Thinner. So we're going to go in with Airbrush Thinner. That's probably a little bit too much. And then we're going to go drop. So for the camera above. So that is going in with the Squid Pink. Games Workshop version would be, I'm guessing Emperor's Children, really. God, that is really, really garish. It's, yeah, it's nice to paint something different. You get bored of painting the same stuff over and over again. So this is just going to be for the highlight. Look, if it doesn't work, it's only paint at the end of the day, right? So we can just put it back in the pot, spray it grey, and start again. No real hardship. I've got a mate that gets upset as soon as he starts painting and it doesn't go his way. He gets upset and then goes, "No, that's it." Wow, that is very, very pink. You're not going to miss this fella on the tabletop, that's for sure. He is pink. Wow, he is proper pink. But it's a nice pink. I like that. I'm going to drop a bit of interest in this one. Because I was going to do that before and I forgot to do it. And actually, chalk and cheese, mate. Chalk and cheese. As soon as you put that little drop of ink in with the pink, that just absolutely obliterated the pink. So we'll do this fella in this colour. Let's see how he comes up. Then we kind of got our base colour and what we want to go with. Wow, that's actually quite. I don't. Hopefully, it's coming out from camera, but that's actually quite a. It's quite a nice, vibrant pink. So what we got in comments? So white on white background, crazy, better mate. Yeah, it does. It does look savage indeed. This is more though the Emperor's Children's colours. So here's one for you. How many of you have got battle gaming mats, and how many are going to decide they're going to cut up their mats? And then I'm going to tell you why not to. That ink has made that pop really nice. Hopefully you can see that really clear, but that's actually come through really, really nice. That's actually lovely. So compared to the two, I think that one will be a bit too... I know, like, this is still early stages, right? And I'm actually going to go with a darker pen. Going to go with a darker one because I think that's going to be better. Let's just go over that. Actually, it's actually quite nice. Right, it's actually come out really, really nice. I'm happy with that. Yeah, boom. Like it. Like it indeed. So what we got going in conversation. So no cutting up, no cutting here. Just use them for bolt action and other games. I don't have one yet, but I would cover the edges. So, little bit of a thing, obviously. There was a couple of videos out there. So, one YouTube channel gave you a demonstration of cutting up a mat and kind of applying to do it. Now, I think you'll be a bit of a muppet doing it. Don't cut the mats because Horus Heresy is played on 6x4. There are so many other games that are played on 6x4. You'd be ashamed. Plus, if you decide you're going to have a weekend where you get your mates around and you want to do a Apocalypse game, you're going to need those 6x4s because Apocalypse is really designed on the bigger boards, and you'll be really silly to start cutting up those mats. Now, me and Ace, we run tournaments locally at the British Legion, and so just before lockdown, I invested in 50 mats, 50 gaming mats. So for us, we've actually got 50 gaming mats, which are 6x4, and yeah, it was quite a bit of money that I invested out of my own pocket into the actual tournament bit. So we've got loads and loads of scenery, loads and loads of battle mats, and of course, obviously they've decided they're going to change the game mat. But what we're going to do for the gaming side, we're just going to overlap the maps. I said I wasn't going to name no names. But yeah, so all we're going to do is we're just going to overlap the maps, and or the other thing we could do is get a bit of tape and just tape it off. The Pardo's done a really awesome thing. So if you haven't already, check out SM Barrel Reports, because he's done what he's done. He's got some like plastic. He's made some plastic bits at work, so he's put them all around his board. And actually, to be fair, that actually looks really cool. Of course, he won't do one for Twisted Dice, unfortunately. Not very nice, eh? Maybe we can work on it, or find someone else to do it for us. But it just looks such a cool idea. Plus, if you're doing if you are going to be doing a tournament, you do need kind of like a little bit of a board edge, of course. Just put your mats, put your dice, your models, and like what me and Ace was saying is like. Jesus, that is smoky. Excuse me. Clear the air a little bit there. When you're playing the game, you need somewhere to put your, put all your models. So what we suggested was maybe it'd be a good idea to actually have all your models out. Actually have all your models out on the table so you can actually see, so you don't actually forget. Oh yeah, 100%. Poor old Stephen. He, oh, Mr. Boxy gave him a bit of a stick, didn't he? Where was it? Yeah, so what we're going to do is just have it so you can just put all your models down on the thing. And of course there's somewhere to put your cards as well, which would be cool. Right, let's have a little drop of purple ink in there as well. I don't want to go too heavy on this, otherwise it's going to absolutely obliterate it. But already, I think this is going to be absolutely friggin' awesome. So now we're just going to go into the shadows. What's everyone's thoughts upon the new, the size of it, like as in like playing wise? Because I think it's going to be, I like the idea of the tables being, I do like the idea of the tables being smaller. It's definitely going to make the games go faster, that's for sure. Reminds me of playing down the local games workshop when they only let you play on like half the board. Normally because they're like limited on what they can actually have going on. Kid you not. There's not much in that colour from the other one. We're going to need to work out some magic here to make that those polars pop. Absolutely friggin' awesome purple. Like, it's really nice, very vibrant. Very happy with it, the way it's come out. Don't know if you can see that clearly on the camera, but that's just, I'm well happy with that. That's awesome. Necrons are going to be, hey Thomas, welcome to the party, my friend. I think Necrons is going to be really, really strong. Like, I don't know if anyone's seen any of the new toys they've got coming out, but wow. So we know the Warriors, the Necron Warriors, are definitely, the kits have been changed now, so they've been updated, which is cool. And to be fair, I think that's better, because like those old Necron Warriors, they're donkeys old. God, I can think. I can remember being a kid playing with them. So they've definitely got their money's worth out of them, that's for sure. But those, the new models, they're just going to fly off the shelf. They're going to be absolutely strong. Right. That is absolutely lovely. Such a lovely purple. That's awesome. Now, I want to. I need to bring some highlight to that. So what we're going to do, we are going to go. Let's clean this out because I need the barrel to be clean for what we're about to do. Thank you everyone that's joined us, by the way. I really do appreciate everyone that's checking us out tonight. Much love. Thank you very much. You are so freaking cool and kind. So really do appreciate it. So if you have joined tonight, what we're doing Empress Children. We're doing the Heresy Empress Children, of course. But of course, for me, they are going to be 40k. We don't really get enough of the 30k players, unfortunately. We got a few down the club, which is cool. And actually, to be fair, it would be nice to to give those boys a game of Heresy and not use the Thousand Suns. I think they'll be really, really, really happy on that. I think the price was already leaked. I think what I'm going to have to do is have to I'm going to do some. I'll get a couple of the boxes in, and what I'll do, I will run a competition. So Fabius is coming out. Is it pre-ordered this weekend? It's pre-ordered this weekend, isn't it, for Fabius? So Fabius is coming out, so I'm going to order 2 of those, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to paint one of them up, one for the channel and one for a giveaway, and that's going to be a Patreon giveaway as well. And I'm going to do him, so I'm going to do a live stream on him. So I'm going to show, hopefully have him looking stunning, because that new sculpt is freaking awesome. I really, really like it. I've still got the old one. He's still lurking around. I think I painted him like 10 years ago, 11 years ago, if not longer. And of course, I'm going to have some awesome new buddies for him to be there. Right, so now we've got the purples in place. We need to think about doing some more shadowing. And we also need to think about a highlight to highlight that up a little bit. So this is why I'm going to be a little bit brave. We're going to go thinner. We're going to go in with the squid. I'm going to go 2 drops of that. And then what we're going to do. So this is thin. So this is just to bring up some of the nothing. I don't want to do it too much, but actually, I'm loving that. Hopefully that's coming out on camera quite nicely, but that's actually quite nice. All I'm doing here is just catching the corners of the armour, and as that dries, so that down there. Yeah, that's absolutely stunning. I love that. Yeah, a lot of people have got a bit of disliking to that face, but I don't think it's that bad. Not a bad little face. Granted that, oh, then look, to be fair, if you think about like the old sculpt, there's not much really in it. And if you don't like it, I suppose you can always cut it up and do, you know, put something else in there in its place. But again, I suppose it also depends on how you paint it as well, right? So that is that part done. Sweet. Sorted. Right. That's the airbrushing done. I know we get some love when... So I don't know why I'm using the hairdryer. I got a bloody... got a extractor fan here and I'm using the hairdryer to blow it around. Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you, much appreciated. As I say, there is a camera directly above that I am recording this, and all I will do is everything that I've done, I'm just going to condense this all down, so it's just one short video, and it just be like all the colours on there as well. Oh really? Do you know what? I reckon we're going to see a new Demon Prince. Oh, has anyone read the Night Lords books yet? Damn, they're friggin' good. They're so good. Like, in the fact that it actually makes me actually want to do a Night Lord's army. Like, I kid you not, it's such a cool book. I was well impressed with it. And as much as like the Night Lords are like known for being pretty much arseholes, pardon my language, it's actually, they actually make the Night Lord actually pretty cool, and I was well impressed with it. It's like, yeah, actually, it actually makes me want to do a Night Lord's army. The guy is just so freaking cool. Talos is an absolute badass. But like, you know, there's times he will in the thing itself he'll do dickish things, like brutal things he will do in the actual book itself. But overall, he's actually not, even though he's chaos, and the whole, you know, the whole premise of his army, the army of Night Lords, is about fear and doing some really dodgy stuff. He's actually not that bad at all. He's actually well good. I was like, yeah, man, you are the man. You know what I mean? Oh, let's get that back up so I can see conversations, because that would help. And that way I also know what's going on. It is, so one is Soul Hunter. I know that. So the 3 books you want. So if I can pull this out, you can see on screen. So you got Void Stalker is the last one. You got Blood Reaver, and then you got Soul Hunter. So start off with Soul Hunter first of all, then go to Blood Reaver, and then finish off with Void Stalker. And it's such a friggin' awesome audiobook. You know, they've got everything down to a T, like the voices, the works. It's, yeah, bang on. It's absolutely spot on. I was well impressed with that. And like, if anyone knows me, I love my fluff. I love the 40k. All anything fluff with the 40k, I absolutely love it. I think it's friggin' awesome. And there's some really cool stuff in the actual book itself. And it's just like, yeah, you've done well. You've done very well in the whole thing. It's been really good. A pleasure actually reading it. This is where I should stop there. So before we do anything else, what we're going to do, we're going to give it a coat of matte varnish, if I can get it. There you go. So this is going to be to protect the work that we've done so far. This is where it's going to get a little bit noisy, unfortunately, because this stuff absolutely ruins the ruins everything. So I'm going to put that on, and I'm going to put you on mute for a second, so you're not going to hear my screechy voice. So let's put that on mute. If I'll go on mute, let's go to that, and then let's go to that. And then let's get that up. Hopefully you can't hear any of this. So matte varnish is pretty much just in there just to protect what we've done so far. Right, shit. Right, that that shouldn't be it. God, I friggin' love OBS. When it wants to play ball, it's great, but when it doesn't, it's a pain in the ass. So, really do apologise. Hopefully I haven't deafened you out too much. God, that's embarrassing. Anyway, that's the airbrush side done, so we don't need to do any more airbrushing. What I do need to do is a little bit of cleaning, because don't know if you can see the Tau Empire building up in the background there. As you can see, we're slowly investing in a full Tau embodiment. Right, what do we need? We need gold. So, I have got probably one of the best golds, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong on this. But this stuff is friggin' awesome. Like, it's really, 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 really good. Don't know if you see that, but this gold is absolutely friggin' stunning. It's such an awesome gold. It sits on the model nicely. It looks nice, and yeah. Look, do you know what? I wouldn't beat yourself up too much over it. It's, your models look cool, right? Oh, I've got the wrong bloody one. I need the new one. Both gold, yep. Right. Let me introduce you to some awesome gold. This gold is for kings. On a serious note, this really is a beautiful gold. And I was told not to put it through the airbrush. I was told, don't be silly. Airbrush will absolutely get ruined by this gold. So last night, I decided not to heed those warnings. I stuck it through the airbrush. And guess what? It was stunning. Stunk like hell, but it was absolutely stunning. So with that gold, I don't know if you can see that, but it's absolutely really is such a lovely gold. And this is old gold as well. The only problem with this gold is it dries out very, very quickly, and if you don't use it, if you don't seal it properly, it goes absolutely friggin' nasty. So you've got to make sure you look after this stuff. To thin this down, you have to use the 100% alcohol. I can't even say it. Don't know if you can see that, but it's going to need a couple of coats on this just to smooth that out. But it's like true gold. Like, it's lovely. It's like similar to like the stuff you get out of the pens, the old gold pens that you get. You can see there's some real conversion work going on here. Just gutted I didn't get more Horus Heresy in. Don't know if you can see that gold, but it really is nice, vibrant. And for the Emperor's Children, it has to be that nice shiny gold. There you go. So let's get that around there. The only problem with this stuff, if you get it on your model, you can't wipe it off, so you've got to be really, really careful with this. So take your time, do a couple of coats. But as you can see there, that's really, really popped. They do a couple of different ranges. They do in this format, they do copper, they do silver. Not a fan of the copper. The copper's a bit too glare. It's just too much in your face. I don't like it. It don't really work. But the gold, old gold, it's really good. I've used this so many times with so many models. Chaos Space Marines has just been a prime example. But as I said, as soon as that gold goes manky, then it's kind of like, yeah, it's no good anymore. And it's a shame. But let's get that down there. But you will need, as I say, you do need a couple of coats for this. And take your time. Time is everything. A Extreme, thank you very much for joining us. I absolutely loved your comment to Ace earlier on. I was absolutely pissing myself. The fact that you put Ace was chatting bollocks. That made me chuckle. Did make me chuckle. I'm trying to say, I don't know how to pronounce that. Is it Luca? Welcome. Thank you very much for joining us, by the way. Much appreciate everyone that's joined us tonight. Absolutely friggin' awesome, and really do appreciate it. So, for those that just joined in, we've got obviously Fabius. It's coming out very soon. He's on pre-order, so just getting him a little band of brothers ready for when he drops. And I'm really hoping that the lockdown ends sooner enough and I can get some extra games in. Funny thing with that comment, Extreme, he didn't actually comment on that. He didn't say nothing to me, so I know he'll say something later, and I'll do that. Ha ha. I think that's where he was talking about the old Bloodthirsters. Yeah, I think that's a little bit there. Let's look at around there. Around there. It's so much detail you lose once you have that silly old I've forgotten the name of the gun, but the big old gun on it. Let's get that underneath. There you go. And then let's pop another layer on there just to make that pop. Hopefully around there like so. I don't think there's any more gold that needs to be popped on there. I think I've got it all. Nice shiny gold. I might just have to give the armor another coat. Just around the shoulder pads, it just looks a little bit bobbly, and I don't want it looking rubbish. I might have to do is resort to the older pot and then maybe just dry brush it on. The gold is just sliding on really nice, and it's just making it pop. Considering the amount of time it's taken me to do this, they're pretty much near enough. Tabletop ready already. That's friggin' awesome. So little work and we got it to a nice state already. So loving that. Let's turn that gold. The beautiful thing with this gold is you don't have to do many layers over the top of it. It's kind of like one layer and away you go. The one thing I would say about if you do decide you're going to use this gold, just make sure that you do put a coat of varnish over the top of it. let that air compressor kick out. With the with this gold, it can, if you keep going back and forth over it, it can tear the paint back off the model. So that's one downside to it, but I think it's more what the actual paint's mixed in with. To thin it down, you would use the Airbrush Thinner on this stuff. But as I said, you just got to be really, really careful when you're doing it, because you know you are going to strip paint off if you're not careful. So just be mindful when you're doing it. You don't overdo it, otherwise you're just going to have tears. And then let's just turn that gold as well. So as you see, I'm just taking off that excess paint as I'm doing it. What we got, Darren Ace did say, if he was chatting shit to call him out, the math hammer on the new blast versus... Yeah, no, fair enough, fair enough. Sad news, Royal Mail has lost some of my... Oh, you're joking. Surely, are you going to get... are they actually going to pay you back on it? Or is that it? Is that all that gone? Hopefully you got it insured. Otherwise that'd be absolutely freaking gutting. If it was some of these couriers, any items that get lost, they actually sell them on the auction sites. There's I don't know if you've watched that Joe Lysick, but he done one on Hermes, and pretty much they were saying they'd lost the items, and the items were actually being flogged at this auction site, and they went and actually purchased some of these items on this auction site, which clearly still had the customer's details on it, and then they had made contact with the customers to actually come and reunite them with their lost stuff. That guy is so friggin' funny. He's like the ultimate super troll. Such a funny fella. Of course, it depends on what country you're in, because you might not get you might not be able to play that back in other countries. It's a Channel 4 program. But if you are listening to this in another country, then you might not be able to get it. But if you can, it's definitely well worth checking out. Mind you, everything's on pretty much YouTube anymore these days, so you might just be able to go on YouTube, just type his name up and search him out. Right, there you go. I think don't think there's anything else I've got to get on the gold. Ah, mate. Yeah, you sure it's not the other fella on the other end that's not being dodgy? Otherwise, there's a hell of a lot of money to be lost. Jesus, it feels so filthy, man. That's gutting. I'm gonna have to let that gold start drying, because that's if I do much more and it's gonna ruin it, and we don't want to do that. Right, so let's clean this up a little bit, and let's get all the excess paint off. Yeah, that's not cool, man. That's not cool at all. So what we're going to do next? Let's do the greys. So Have I got it to hand? Or where are you? Yep, let's go with that one. Do apologise. That's the last thing you want to see, is that big old weight coming your way. Right, so we're going to go up with the Gunmetal Grain next. So this is going to start doing all the weaponry. Let's get the right weapon of choice. There you go, so we've got that. Let's just go. To be fair, this hasn't taken me very long at all. And they are pretty much already tabletop worthy. Well happy on that. I thought I'd have to muck around a little bit more with the colours. We've been really good, mate. We've been really good. Can't wait for the lockdown to be finished, that's for sure. But with the lockdown, I'm still working until I get the channel to a position where we can go part time at least. Still working, and unfortunately, the company that it's not unfortunate. I've been lucky that the company I work for, they haven't folded. There's always been work, and they've found like a little way around it. So for me, it's been really lucky. Been really, really lucky. Unfortunately, I've got a few mates that have lost their jobs, or they haven't got jobs to go back to. But we've been good. We've been very, very good, which is cool. Just feel sorry for all these people at the moment that have just got the uncertainty of whether or not they've got work to go back to. Yourself, mate? Let's get that underneath there. So let's get those. Those bits as well, and let's do the soles of his feet. Silver. By the way, thank you very much everyone that's joined us so far in this live stream. Really do appreciate it. And thanks for joining in the conversation as well. That's massive. It's very, very difficult when you do a live stream and no one talks. It's really, really difficult. So just joining the conversation on its own has been friggin' outstanding. So thank you. Really, really appreciate it. Yeah, good. I work for Thames Water. Yeah. So I work for Sky. So I've been doing all the TV installs. Are you actually been with Thames Water? Are you actually been going into customers' homes, or you been trying to do like everything externally and then like internally as last resort? So no, but with us, it's for the first couple of weeks it was do everything internally. Do everything externally and then go from there. But it'd be crazy because you'll go to some people and they'll be still like expecting to come in their homes. You'll be like, whoa, that's crazy. Absolute bonkers. Just be so glad once this whole thing's finished. There you go, so we'll get that down there, and then I think you're going to hear some thunder in a bit. It sounds like some thunder. It's on its way. There you go. Oh, okay. Oh. Fair one. It's a shit job, mate, but someone's got to do it. Someone's got to do it. No, fair one, dude. that's a tough old job. I don't think I could do it. No, I appreciate it. Really do appreciate the chat. It's the only fear of actually coming on, doing a live stream, and no one talks, and you're there like baffling around, like thinking, and what is what I'm saying worthy of a conversation, or is it just a bit dull and dry? But no, that's cool, man. Absolutely freaking cool. There you go. I think I need to do... I might actually do a glow effect in there. Don't know. Science, have a little think about it in a little bit. That's for sure. So I've got to work out what's going to be different colour. So let's do all that. That in there, and then we'll leave that what it is. Do that, and then where's that hair come from? I don't know about anyone else, but I can't wait for the hairdressers to open up again. Hey, okay. Cheers, buddy. Much appreciated. I should do a little video on how to do these type of bases. But then I don't think I'd make friends. Have an interesting way of doing it. Green stuff, and the the putty stuff as well is very, very helpful. Right. I think that is pretty much that done. Right. Simples. Nice, easy. All right. As you see, that's been quite easy so far. So, being Emperor's children, we know they like their flesh, and what do we want to do? Now, do we want to make these Emperor's children good guys, or do we want to make them bad guys? What we got? I was streaming on Twitch and made top 100 on. Yeah, do you know what? I haven't actually played Hearthstone. That's Warhammer, isn't it? Not Warhammer. World of Warcraft. The gold range, I absolutely love it. The only problem with the gold range is, one, it's very expensive for what it is. Two, it's not easy to get out of, and three, it doesn't last long in the pot. It does go manky. So the one I was just using that's gone is nice. If you don't use it for a while, or you mistreat it, it kind of goes like that, and it goes all gooky and manky, and it's not cool. But this does have a little trick. It does have a little trick. Do you know what? I've actually got a full grim lying around somewhere that needs to be done. So let's just do the bases. I need to get those bases done next. And this is more to sate my little OCD, because it absolutely kills me when I don't. And what do we want to go with? We'll go with contrast. So this part is more for me. trying to reach over without knocking the camera. I think I might go with Wildwood first of all, and I don't know if anyone else is like this, but I've got this thing where when I start painting up the model, I get to a certain stage where the base has to be next, even though really it should be like the last thing you do. I just can't leave it there. In fact, what I also should do, and I'm being a bit silly not doing it, there's one. I need to order some more of these. It makes sense actually using equipment that I've actually got, right? Instead of getting my fat fingers all over everything. There you go, let's just get that in there. So I'm using the contrast paint now, and this is just to get that into there like so, and then know where I'm going with the model, where I'm going in the right direction. And then the thing I love about contrast, you can get just easy to apply. Just dab it straight in there, gets into positions you need it to go to, no fuss. It's like bam. I think so already having that darker soil underneath has made that model pop more. Hey Nigel, yes, we've got Fulgrim recruits getting ready for the battle. If anyone's read any of the books with Fabius, there's a it's a really cool one with Fabius, and I don't really want to ruin it because it's a really good one. Like if you get a chance, there is some cool audiobooks with so if you like me, you haven't got time to sit there and read because he's got so many other things to do, like painting or editing or painting or driving, then audiobooks are freaking awesome. But there's a range with Fabius, and it talks about Fulgrim, but not any old Fulgrim, a loyal Fulgrim, a good Fulgrim, a Fulgrim that has not been corrupted by the warp, by chaos, and he's currently, I can't say no more, cannot say no more, because if you haven't read it, I don't want to ruin it, but if you read it, or if you get a chance to listen to it at least, you'll understand then potentially why these guys can have the fluff that they can have. I don't like to be that person that ruins the story, because I think there's so many cool things in those audiobooks, and it's just such a well worth listening to. But thank you very much, as I said earlier on, everyone that's joined us so far. Really do appreciate it. Guys and girls are absolutely freaking awesome. Let's just do a little bit of cleaning up here. And I might just have to let that base just dry slightly. And we'll go. But yeah, what do you think so far? I think I'm loving that purple. That purple's stunning. Happy with that. And there was me going to go a little bit more vibrant on the colours, and I'm glad I didn't. I think that's the right purple to go with. So what we're going to work on now is we're going to work on the cloth, and we've also got the butt of the weapon as well. So what do we want to do colour wise? what would be a cool colour tabard? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Some inspirational. Let's have a look what they have. See, the thing is with this one, they've got their shoulder pads are white, knees are black. That's all black. Interesting. Yeah, interesting. Very, very interesting. What would be a good colour? Do you know what? It didn't look. It hasn't taken very long at all to get that to where it is now, and that's cool. So I'll tell you what we're going to do with the cloth. We're going to turn that a fleshy colour. I think the fleshy colour would be the best way of doing it. Red wouldn't look right. Blue wouldn't look right. I think flesh would look good. Any suggestions? What should we go with the cloth, the groin cloth? What colour should we go with? What would be a nice colour to go with purple? Yeah, it's kind of been a bit difficult because there was a video was meant to drop today where I talk about the train and the train rules itself, but Ace has wanted to drop his one first of all with the Tyranids, so that's kind of cool. I don't know about yellow. I think yellow might be a bit. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna go flesh. I'm gonna go with flesh. See where we go with it, and if I like it, cool. If I don't, then yeah, the plan is I want to talk about a lot more about Night, but I don't want to be a case of talking too much that we don't really know enough of as well. But there's so much cool stuff that's coming out with the 9th. I think that one might be a bit. Let's go in with Moonfang. Start off with a bit of Moonfang, and then we'll work our way up. Yeah, that might be a better way of going actually. We will go with trying to find the perfect colours. Let's go Zanga Dust. Let's go Zanga Dust and we'll work our way out that way. Thing is, what we're trying to do as well with the channel, we're trying to get it up to the 10,000 sub mark. If we can get up to 10,000 subs, so like this is where all the support we can get would be absolutely freaking awesome. But if we can get up to 10,000 subs, it means that we can get access to the content as it drops, which would be really, really helpful. So being where we are at the moment, it means that once the rules come available for some of the channels, we're not going to get it until everyone else gets it. If we can get it at the same time as some of the other channels, that'd be freaking awesome. So unfortunately, we just got to wait a little bit for that. But yeah, the gaming mats. So I don't know if you're aware that me and Ace, we run tournaments. We're not going to be silly. We're not going to go and do the advice that some other channels have suggested about cutting the mats. We're going to keep the mats exactly the same as they are. We're going to play on the. We are going to, as a channel, we're going to stick to the smaller map size because we're going to try stick it to the tournament, best that represents the tournament as we best possibly can. So we're going to stick to that on that side. But mats we're not going to cut up. all we're going to do is, like, for the tournament wise, we're going to overlap the maps. And for the channel, I've been having a little think about this. See, Ace did think about cutting a few of the mats up, or buying some of the new mats, and then shrinking the board down, so we can then cover it all on the drop down cam. I don't know if you've watched any of the battle reports, but what we've got is I've put a couple of more extra cams in. One just to capture the dice, and then another one which captures the drop down, so you can see where all the models are. The only problem with the drop with all the 3 cameras, it's just friggin'. Thank you. Look, just describing the ones has been absolutely freaking awesome. If you can share the channel, that'd be even better. Where was I going? Yeah, so if we shrink the boards down, it means that we can get more of a coverage on the drop down. But the gaming table that I've got I've custom built it over the years, and I've put like LED lights in it, and it's kind of like gives it that little bit more atmosphere. I've got 2 more extra lights added in the over top, and it's to give it like that atmosphere. So as you're playing the game, I can change the lighting, and it's really, really cool. It's kind of like if you go to Warhammer World and you see that diorama in the middle, I kind of like copied them a little bit. Stream, thank you for that, my friend. Really do appreciate it. I'm trying to get some money together so I can upgrade the Mac. I've got some really cool software on the Mac that I've got at the moment, but the problem I have with it, as soon as I try, because what I want to do is as we're playing the game, what I have in my head is I've got this tracking software that tracks the actual models themselves, so you can like choose something, track it, and I can put fire up, or so like as the vehicle's been blown up or something like that, I can have it so it doesn't matter where the camera pans to, it will keep the flames coming up from the actual vehicle itself. But the only problem is with the Mac that I've got at the moment, even though it's not even a year old, it can't handle it. It just absolutely it just dies. The graphics card's not good enough, and it was the best I could afford at the time from PC World, and I'm still paying it back at the moment. But hopefully, as the channel grows, and hopefully we get a little bit more cash in, I can then look upon upgrading that. Because what I need is one that's got a better graphics card, and more memory. More memory, more graphics. The Mac I've got at the moment, I've upgraded have put it up to 64 gigabits of RAM in there, but it's just not enough. And it kills me. Absolutely kills me. Right, so we'll go with that, and then we'll go with... where should we go with this now? Now we can go stone to white. PC, yeah, look, PCs are really cool. They're really, really good. The thing is, what I've done, I've actually at the beginning of Twisted Dice, I went out and I spent just over 300 quid on some operating system for the Mac. When I was looking into it, the Mac at the time was the best one for video editing. And to be fair, it is pretty good. It is pretty good. But it's yeah. The software I'm using is the Final Cut Pro. But over the years, I've added more and more things onto it, like the flame effects and various other little bits. But it gets to that point where it's I need it to do a little bit more than what it can actually handle. So what we're gonna do, but we're getting there. We're getting there slowly, that's for sure. Need what we got? Bow 10, Dark Fang. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Loads of Reckling Flesh. No Agrax. No Agrag Earth. Really? Really? I don't believe that for 1 minute. I don't have no Agrag Earth. I don't believe that. That's like someone's lying to me. Right. Delve behind the curtains. Because I have so many paints lying around. That one. That one. That one. Nope. 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 Interesting. So, no Agras. Can't even say it. None of the Avs. So, I'm going to have to come up with a different solution. So, what we're going to do, we're going to water down some of the Krygor Brown. Wow. Some interesting names for some of these paints. So, let's make that into a... Let's go. Let's get that straight into there. Let's darken that up a little bit. Maybe I should go on with the dark one first of all. Right, that into there like so. And then that into there. This is the most important part. It's the weapon, getting the paint into the right areas. I'm loving the idea of the train. The train rules look really awesome. Look really cool. I know a lot of people have been absolutely whinging on Facebook on the rules, but I think there's some really good stuff in there, and something that makes you think. So I think the biggest problem we're going to have with Ninth, where people are going to hate it, is the fact that people are going to hate the fact that they have to rethink about how they play the game, and that's what's going to kill them. The train rules look really awesome, and I really do like the idea of what they've done with it, and I think it's going to be, you know, freaking cool. The terrain rules, I actually like the idea of it. Sorry, the blast weapons. I actually like the idea of the blast weapons because it actually makes blast weapons actually worth taking again. Because the before, blast weapons didn't really have a big part in 8th. They're too hit and miss, but now all of a sudden Demolisher Cannons become better. All of a sudden you can take then the plasma cannons. You know, if you're going up against Horde, you know you've got that chance of absolutely doing some major damage. Or better still, if you've got bigger units, you've got that ability to then to do some damage. You're definitely going to start seeing smaller unit sizes. That's for sure. Gone are going to be the days where you see like big units, but it's going to be interesting because then it's going to be like a double-edged sword, really. Because if you've got the strats where you've got a unit that can do X, Y, and Z in damage or buffs a unit up, you're going to want to have that squad. You're going to want to have a big squad at the beginning, and if you haven't got that big squad, then all of a sudden those rules don't do anything for you. Yeah. I think as we go into it a little bit later on, I think they might correct some of that. To be fair, I didn't even think of it like that, if I'm going to be honest. I talk a little bit on it. I've got a video coming out tomorrow where I talk a little bit about the terrain rules, and it's more like how I've interpreted them. But I think the way the terrain rules are going to be, I actually think they're actually going to be good. I don't see actually anything bad about them. But the interesting thing about the terrain rules, though, is they've got stats now against the terrain. So, like, breachable, defendable. So, it'd be interesting to see exactly what they mean by those terms. But I can see, like, I'm hoping that you have the opportunity to, like, you know, you've got your Devastator squad and they're just perched up in the building, or your Havoc squad just perched up in the building. And then all of a sudden you've got that ability then to, you know, to bolster the building, to stop like things coming in at you, or better still, like it gives it extra like cover saves. I don't actually, but that's going to be the interesting thing, isn't it? Really, whether because you can't make anything worse than a -1 to hit. So I wonder if that's going to apply for the saving throws as well. I think that's going to be interesting. See where we go with that. But look, there's definitely going to be some cool, rules coming out for it. And at the moment, we're still just seeing the tip of the iceberg. But we've just got to get to that stead where we can get the channel to be recognised by Games Workshop, so we can get the opportunity to get those rules early. That'd be massive. Gotta be like a kid in a candy shop, seeing all your mates down the club, knowing that you know some cool rules, but you can't share them because you've been NDA'd by Games Workshop. That'd be so cool. But like, I think that's it. Everyone wants that at the moment, though. That's come on quite nicely, and let's go in with the crackstone. Start lighting that up a little bit. Actually, I think that might have been. There you go. Let's get that in there. That down there, like so. That across there. And that down there, like so. Yeah, it's working. It's working. Now, if I go by the Games Workshop Forge World page, they're white. I don't know if I want to do them white. I think I might just leave them purple. I think I'll be opening up a can of worms if I do that. So what we got in chat? What about demon engines like Forge Fiends in 9th? Do you know what? I haven't actually given it much thought. And that sounds really bad. But I honestly think that Forge Fiends with the blast templates, I think that's going to be, they're going to get better. But I think the biggest thing at the moment is knowing what the points are. And like, if the points are too expensive on something, then they don't have a place. If they get the points right, I think we're going to be absolutely laughing. But it really is going to depend upon the points. Like, the points and models is going to be the crucial thing. Now, the only thing I'm really hoping is the fact that because Games Workshop have gone to someone that runs tournaments, and does tournament play, I'm just praying that they've listened to what works at tournaments, what stuff gets used and abused, and I'm really hoping that they really take that on board and not, not ruin it, because that's gonna be, that's gonna be massive. That's gonna be really, really important that they don't ruin this, because at the moment it's, points is going to be a big thing. But look, it sounds like already that a lot, they've already said that points are going to be changing again on a lot of stuff, so we're definitely going to see a point rise on a lot of stuff, which is, I'm absolutely cool with that. I'm, no problems in that at all. I think, there's definitely things out there that's far too cheap. The problem is when you have too many when things are too super cheap, it means that you take more toys, and it means that the game's slower, and that's what they're trying to come away from, is having a slow game. So if you can get like some fast games for it, that'd be absolutely awesome. But like, someone was making a good I was chatting to one of our guys the other day, and he was talking about the game probably being more on an elite game, where you'll start seeing more elites coming onto the tabletop, which would be interesting. But I suppose it also depends on how you can build your army, and then how the command points are distributed onto the table as well. And I like the idea potentially soup is going to be no longer a thing. The soup, you can still do soup. I'm not saying that soup is gone. I'm just saying that, they are looking to address the soup, because I think the soup absolutely, stinks. Oh, where are we going? So it depends on your company. Soon, however, other colours, shoulder pads too. In fact, that Fabius did have purple shoulder pads. That's a really good shout. He really did have purple shoulder pads. You're 100% right on that. Oh, Fabios. See, I've got a printer that prints off white ink. Well, it's not white ink, but it's white toner. So I could do some awesome decals. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some numbers on the side, so I can just represent the company themselves. So if I do decide I'm going to do a big army of the Emperor's Children, I can actually go in and just put like 1, 2, or the proper the Roman numerals on them. I think that'd be really, really cool. I think we're getting there slowly. At this point is where I'd have my glasses on. I'd have my magnifying glasses on, so I can get up close and see exactly what I'm doing. But thank you very much, everyone that's still in the party and still watching. Really do appreciate it. Just dry that off a little bit. What we got there? So I like the model, and nice to have some big guns for Chaos. Yeah, Chaos needs some love. They haven't given Chaos some proper love for quite a while, unfortunately. And as soon as they do, they kind of like kick it in the teeth and then knock them back down again. Considering that Chaos are meant to be like the bad boys of the 40k Millennium, and like the fluff wise on Chaos are just absolutely friggin' awesome. Like the fact that fluff wise they absolutely punish Elder, they punish the Imperium, but actually when it comes to the tabletop, they don't do it at all. And I suppose in a way this is kind of like why I like the Night Lords, because their fluff kind of represents them really in a way on how they play on the tabletop as well. listen to the audiobooks and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But they are definitely going to have a Night Lord's army. I think I can justify it because we need it for the channel. Yeah, honestly, we just need it for the channel. Yeah, actually, that's working. Need to come more white now down there. And then let's go. Tell you what I'm missing though. I'm missing actually getting in some games. I can't wait to have some people down and actually have a game or two. That's what I miss. I think we are where we need to be with him. Right, let's carry on with those bases because those bases look nice and dry. So let's go with let's go with Moonfang Brown first of all, and then we're going to go with Dry Brush. We're going to go with the Shade Brush. Let's do this. Let's go with a nice cheap makeup brush. Yeah, they're not. Chaos Marines have not been great at all. And like, don't get me wrong, I love Chaos. I love, like, you know, there's some really awesome storylines behind them, and they really do get dicked on in the whole thing. And you know, don't get me wrong. In the Horus Heresy, you got some real bad ones in there, haven't you? I've got to hear from the British Legion on when we're allowed back in the club, but hopefully we'll hear something soon. But I suppose it depends upon the government on when we can actually come in. Even if we can get like the club going, I'm sure we can do the social distancing side of it, because I can't imagine any of the older folks coming into the Legion, that's for sure. So I think we have a really good chance of doing that. We need some love. More importantly, getting the Blood Bowl guys together. So I'm building up these today, starting to get them ready. Hopefully at some point we'll get them. I'll paint them up on the channel. But today I've just been sticking those all up together, getting them ready for the Blood Bowl tournament. But mind you, like, one of the things I do like with this new 9th edition is the fact they talk about the is it the Crusade, where you can actually start leveling up your guys, and I think that's going to be absolutely cool, absolutely freaking awesome down the club. That's one thing I'm looking for. Yeah, I think bringing your own dice would be a really good shout. Own dice, own tape measures, everyone wear a mask, gloves. I think we should be golden if we stick to those rules. I can't see why we couldn't do it. Of course, it all does depend upon the Legion whether we can get away with that, because that would be friggin' cool. Can't wait to get back into it. To be fair, I think everyone really does use their own dice anyway, don't they? This is such a nice brown. God, I can't wait for the hairdressers to open up. It's getting long now. Like work, I can't wear the baseball cap to work, so I had I have to knit my little girl's hair, my hairband. And I don't care what I look like. I pull up at the lot, pick up stock in the morning, and the other guys are ripping the hell out of me, but I just like, mate, I don't care. Fat, ugly, and I'm wearing a headband. Don't care. I just say to him, yep, and I play Warhammer. There you go. All the old things you want to knock onto. Oh, so the colours I've been using for this, I've been using Moonfang Brown, Steel Legion Dab, and I'm actually going to be going in lighter on that as well. These are they're really, really nice colours. It's just taken me a while to get this little recipe for the browns. So then we're just going with the crackstone next, and then this is going to be like your final brush, just to not to go too heavy on this part. Sorry, too busy chatting. I forgot to say what I was actually doing. Let's just go over that bit there. So that's the bases where I need them to be. It's funny, all my models never seem to ever land on a alien world where they have different coloured sands. They've all got the same colour bases. It's fine. No, I'm gonna still chat. I won't stop. It's what I do best. Talk. Hello. Thank you for joining us. Really do. Interested G2. Thank you. Thank you very much for joining us. Really do appreciate it. So for those who's joined us so far, we're just touching up some of the old models I've got lying around in my hobby box of shame. And of course Fabius is coming out very, very soon. So this was a perfect opportunity to get these guys out ready for Fabius. So the next part, so like they're pretty much tabletop ready already. We need some. Where's the black? Where is the black? Templar black. This is probably one of my best colours going. Mate, I don't trust. My hair is sacred. There's only the hairdressers will get to my hair. I cannot take no chances of anyone cutting hair. I've had customers offer. I've had 2 customers offer that opportunity to cut my hair. I'm like, nah, I'm all right. No, thank you. I think I'll wait. Can't be much longer now, that's for sure. Really can't be much longer. I kid you not. It's getting long. It's like proper long. Longer than I expect. Longer than I hope for. Right, let's get the hairband back on. Hat back on. Hats don't suit. Oh. But it's getting long. It's getting long. Let's put it that way. Wake up in the morning and look like one of the Beatles. That's how bad the hair's got. Get in the bath and start singing Yellow Submarine. Yeah. I was at a customer's house the other day, and she goes, the little girl goes, "Mummy, why is that man wearing a girl's hairband for?" I was like, wow. Don't worry about me. It's fine. Getting knocked by little kids. Awesome. See you later, pal. Thanks for joining us. Really do appreciate it. Kind of got the it's working. I like it. So just touching up the black around the rims again just makes it pop a little bit more, which is cool. I like that. But otherwise, I think that's coming on quite nicely. I've got to redo the golds again. I just wait for those bases to dry out, and then I can go back over. I'll tell you what I could do is start doing some highlighting. So highlighting, we're going to go with, let's try, so 2 colours. We've got the salmon squid, which was our original, and God, I can't remember the other colour. Oh, it's that one, wasn't it? Somerset purple. But I think the Somerset purple is going to be a bit too dark. So we need, let's go in with that. Let's get in with that onto there, and let's see how the, oh. Right, let's just dry these off because I'm going to ruin this, and I don't want to ruin it. Let's get them back on the bases. Let's get them protected. Let's not ruin this. It's that time of year when you get a little bit warm and like all the gunk on your fingers, like your body. I don't want to ruin it, so let's do some highlighting. And actually, to be fair, pink's actually not doing a bad job. It's actually not doing a bad job at all. Yeah. Yeah. It does like a good old musical instrument, this old fella. Oh. Emperor's Children is such an awesome little faction. Strive to perfection, which is absolutely freaking awesome. And then let's go that down there, like so, like so. Actually, I'm really liking this purple. It's come out awesome. I like it. It has come out very, very good. Let's get that down there, around there, like so. Let's get that around there. Let's not go too silly with it. And that around there like that. And that. Let's get that around here. Like so. That around there. Just go across there, that across there, and that across there like that. think we're starting to come on to a nice little winner, which is good. I'm happy with that. Turned out alright, I think. Just got to do some shadowing. Yeah, I'm well happy with that. I think the boy's done good. Got to make sure I get that gold right though. So the models I've got so far, I've got 10 of these dudes to paint up. So I get these done. I've got to invest some more models. So I've got to get some tanks. Yeah, there's definitely some work. I need to get some bits in. I've got some demolisher cannons. I don't know is the answer to that. I thought I was about to bluff my way through that, but the honest answer, these models will be painted, that's for sure. Before I buy any more models, this is going to be the crucial part. I've got to make sure that Fabius is done, because that's going to be crucial. That Fabius is ready. I need to finish off my Grey Knights. I've got to get the Grey Knights done. I've got no love for them at the moment to paint them, which is a shame. But just not. There's just something there that's just yeah. I'm just not enjoying it at the moment. I just really struggle to do them. I think it's the fact that I've got to think about doing all the force weapons. I think that's one thing that's playing on my mind at the moment. It's just a lot of force weapons that need to be painted up, and that's killing me at the moment. The thought of that. I've also got to finish off the Imperial Guard, but I've also got a Dark Elder army as well, or Chikari, that's just sat there that I picked up just before Christmas. They've got to be painted. Otherwise there's just no point buying all these models. Granted, they are second hand, but I've got to get them painted because we need that little extra variety for the channel. It'd be cool to have a couple of nice painted armies for the channel, so when people do come around for About Port, if they do not have an army that's up to standard, then we've got a army to use. Because I noticed we've got some really cool guys down the club that like playing, but don't have a fully painted army. And if there's an army that I've got here that is what they play, that'd be really cool for them to use. Plus it gives us a little bit of more variety for the channel as well. So question to that is money. And unfortunately at the moment there's so many other things that desperately need to purchase first before I got the other bits. But I do have loads and loads of models that I can I can get up and running. The other thing is we've got to wait to see what comes out for the next edition as well. There's no point at the moment painting stuff up, and it's going to be absolutely pony for the next edition and not to be seen. So we've got to make sure we nail that as well. That's crucial. Hopefully that made sense. Let's get that down there, that across there, like so, and then that around there. Let's get that around there, like that. Now here's a good one for you. So after the Horus Heresy, you got all the legions start breaking up, and slowly all coming back through the Eye of the Warp. Now, in some of the lore, you see, especially Night Lords, as they start killing their foe, because obviously armor is they don't have a way of making armor anymore. They actually start picking up armor from the dead. So, for instance, in the Night Lords one, they talk about how he's got a Blood Angel's power sword, and there's an awesome battle with a captain with a thunder shield and a thunder hammer. So I guess where I'm going with this is, if you're going to do a Chaos Space Marine army, would it be right to actually not use the Chaos Space Marine stuff you get in the box set? Because technically, over the years, they wouldn't be using that stuff. Granted that some of the armor would be warped, and they got all that silly, horrible. I hate all the funky old lines on their armor. I hate that. I hate the way they've done that. It's not my thing. But what I'm trying to say is, the models, the Chaos Space Marines, they take, they raid these other Imperial ships, take their armor. So would it be wrong for me to actually then start putting some of the guys actually potentially in Primaris gear? Granted, the Primaris are slightly bigger, but I'm guessing through the warp they would actually get corrupted by the warp in a way where they may grow or expand. So technically you could have a Primaris army where they've got it in there. That would be awesome. I would love to see that, and I'm pretty confident we can have that to work, because I do have a Death Guard army. Granted, it's not the best painted army, but I do have a Death Guard army there waiting to be used. Of course, it depends on how much my brothers abused it, and whether it's actually any, whether it's still any good. It's his army at the end of the day, but gotta be honest, and even he will tell you this, I painted them. Alright, so this is the gold I was talking about, where it's gone all manky. So we've got to turn this down. Want to see armies painted like these two ones. They look pretty awesome weapons. Pretty sure you do yourself. Yeah, the oh, thank you for that. I promise I will get these done. I promise I will get these done. I will make. The other thing I want to get done as well is a Lunar Wolves army, because I love the whole Garvial Loken. I think he's such an awesome character in the Horus Heresy, and I think it would be so cool to actually have a Lunar Wolves army where, and this is how I play it, is because the warp is fickle, the warp is always forever doing all sorts of things. So there's nothing saying that the Lunar Wolves have gone out there, and in them amongst their travels, the warp has they've just got lost in the eye or got lost in the warp, and then they pretty much got sprung out of the warp. And as they've come out to the new way, the new world, where everything's all corrupted. And I want the first battle to be against the Imperium. So where they've come out and they think they're greeted by, like, let's say the Ultramarines, and the Ultramarines have attacked them straight away. And of course, like proper the Ultramarines would be, they're not going to want to be friends with them. They're just going to want to destroy them, because as far as they're concerned, they're chaos. Their army is chaos. They're not going to listen to them. The boys are, the boys in blue are going to be stubborn, as they always are. And I want them to be so that they attack the Lunar Wolves straight away. And I just think that'd just be such a cool storyline point, because then you'll have a fraction of Lunar Wolves coming out of the warp there. And I want it to be in my Lunar Wolves. I want it to be the fact that they've discovered that I've forgotten his name. The Dark Mechanicus dude. That's the Mechanicus dude. That's cool, because he's done all the legions in Primaris, including the Lunar Wolves. So every single fraction, including World Eaters, have all got Primaris Marines technically stashed away in a vault somewhere, ready to be, redone. And I want it to be the fact that my storyline is going to be, they've worked out, or they've found out that there's some Lunar Wolves that are loyal to the faction and need rescuing from Crawl. and they go off on this little adventure, and they get some new cool Primaris brothers. The only thing I can't have in there, of course, is Garviel Loken, and I don't think we even know what happened to Garviel, whether Garviel's still alive or whether he's whether Games Workshop killed him off or not. Be interesting. This is called the Tau Empire. We are slowly building up the Tau units. One day they're going to make their way to the battlefield. Interesting story about these buggers. Indoors, I've got a fish tank. Just before lockdown, I got some. I had to take some guppies back because the buggers. We brought 4 boys. Four girls, and in a month, 2 months' time of having them, all of a sudden these girls started to have lots and lots of babies, and before I knew it, my tank was overrun by guppies. So I had to take them back to the shop. They swapped them over, and I got these, and I've got some other fish in there as well, which I can't remember the names. So I've got these fish, and as soon as I brought these home, within a couple of weeks, my other fish started dying. They started having loads and loads of problems start coming up. I couldn't figure out what the hell was causing it. Anyway, it turned out these buggers decided they were going to attack the other fish. So I've had to separate them. But the thing is, it meant I had to go out and spend. I did get them a smaller tank at first, and they were sat down here in a smaller tank just underneath the TV. But my conscience got the better of me, and I just couldn't. I thought it was a bit cruel having them in a small tank. So I've got 4 small little fish swimming around in a 60-litre tank, which is just absolutely bonkers. Absolutely friggin' bonkers. But it's better than being an arsehole and letting them swim around in a small little goldfish tank. Better than just let them have a little bit of freedom, even though they are, as I call them, thugs. They really are the thugs of the fish tank. But they're cool. They follow you everywhere I go. If I walk over to the other side of the room, they follow me across. It's only because they want feeding. That's all they want is food. But they are kind of cool fish. All the time of having fish, I've never known a fish to swim backwards. In the other tank, I've got this big tank. Normally when the fish go down the back of there, they get stuck and they can't get out. These, they swim down backwards. They used to swim down backwards behind the fish tank pump. And they could get back out. And it was just like, it blew my head. I was like, what? You could do what? Get out of here. That gold is really cool, but I find I'm having to do a couple of layers of this just to get it to pop. He's definitely coming on. Let's get that along there, like so. And so the only bit that I've messed up on, I've got some gold and bits that I don't want it to be gold. So I have to rectify that. Otherwise it's going to look silly. Yeah. Sushi. Yeah, the buggers. But they are meant to be, according to the guy in the pet shop, they're meant to be friendly fish. They're meant to get on with other fish, and it's not been the case at all. Just bloody bullies. And the last thing I need is my little girl freaking out because they're eating another fish alive. So that's my towel empire. Coming to a battle report to you very, very soon. There you go. Let's get that around there like that. I think the gold is just needs tightening up a little bit down there. Okay. And then need a little bit of gold around the rim, and normally Forge World models are an absolute pig to paint, but these have actually been alright. Not too bad. Nice. Yeah, I'm well happy with that. They've actually turned out quite nice. Cool, I've even amazed myself. I did think I'd have to give it a couple of tenths before we got the right colour, but I'm happy with that. What do we want to do next? We want to do the eyes, I suppose. What should we do with the eyes? Actually, we need to figure out. We need to sort those colours out. So, I'm gonna go with contrast. What purples we got? We got contrast purple. There was another one here lurking around. Is it that one there? So we got that purple and we got that purple. So we'll go with this one first of all. Let's see how dark that is. Actually, might be a bit too dark. So let's go in with this one first of all. Let's go a little bit of water, and let's get that into those parts there. Just tidy that up a little bit. And I want to go. Need a damp brush just to tidy that up a little bit. Let's get the hairdryer. Cool. And let's get that a little bit more in there, like so. And let's get that. To be fair, it doesn't hurt, just darken that up a little bit. And then we'll go, actually darken, put a little dark line across there. Seeing as I'm not going to be painting that black. It's absolutely coming on. I'm happy with that. That's absolutely... Contrast's actually done well. It's actually masked that gold up nicely. Good. Cool. And there's no other bits there. Oh, just there. That's going to be fun. We'll get that part sorted out. Let's get that down there like so. It's actually quite nice purple. I think I'm going to go with green. Actually, I think, I don't know. Red or green. Let's have a look, see what we got. Really? Bloody hell. It's not, can you imagine explaining that to your kids? Yeah. That's bad. Let's go. Do you know what? I think red. We're going to go red. Let's go with red. So let's go corn red first of all. And let's start off with no. Cool, we got that in there. I've just seen somewhere else where I've just messed up the gold as well, so well, I've still got that paint on the palette. Let's just go over. I think before I do anything else, I think I'd be silly not to give this a little with you reckon green? I don't know, red. I think red will look really awesome on it. That shoulder pad definitely doesn't go with the model, but it's the idea upon it on these models where as they're fighting their way through the warp and armor's become scarce for these guys because they're not quite gone over to the chaos side, as they're fighting their counterparts, their brothers in the warp, they're just taking the armor. Otherwise, yeah, it's nice. Okay, so we need to give this a little coat of matte varnish. We need to protect what we've done. Otherwise, I'm going to get my fat fingers over it, and before I know it, it's going to be ruined. And then that's when I lose the will to live. Scream, rage quit. Matt goes off, and that'd be like, nope, not playing anymore. It's like playing Call of Duty and being whooped by a little 5-year-old or a little 10-year-old. Yeah, I think that matte varnish will help. I just need to put this on for a sec, guys, so apologies for the sound. Cool. Let's get the hairdryer on it. Everyone loves a good old hairdryer. Just give that another coat of matte varnish. out so it doesn't stick to the mat, to the brush. Yeah, red. I'm pretty confident red will be the job. Now I've got that song popped into my head. The bad guy song. What a random thing there, stuck in your head. Yeah, absolutely, 100% right on that. That's what I love about the Horus Heresy books, and well, maybe not so much the Horus Heresy books themselves, but anything afterwards, after the Horus Heresy, and you see the battles that go on afterwards, in between the armies fighting amongst themselves. Or what's the best one? The good one was with the what's it? Abaddon, where when Abaddon's first met up, and you got the Thousand Suns dude, the sorcerer, and he's got Space Wolf's axe that he's picked up on the battles. I think that's such a good like blow to the wolves. Yeah, I'm just going to take your armor. It doesn't matter. It's fine. Right, we just got to paint some bits before I forget, because you've got some fleshy little pads there. I need to do a little bit of desk tidying up, because I'm getting a little bit messy here. I've got more paints flying around, and it's not cool. I've got to finish eyes. I'm getting sidetracked here, guys. I'm getting sidetracked, and that's not cool. That's what I do best. Get sidetracked. Let's get this. I've got a really cool toy. Makes me look geeky, but sod it. These are some things that you put on your glasses. Let's get that on there like so. Hello, I'm Mr. Magoo. God, that is strong. And then let's get. So let's go straight in with the Mephiston red. Let's get that in there. Let's get that down. I have to go a little bit closer to the model for this one. I can't even see that. I know this makes really great great entertainment, guys and girls. Sorry, I've got the camera right up, model right up, just so I can see their eyes, and that way I can get straight in there. Unfortunately, the downsides are getting old. Need blooming glasses. Oh God, I need to smooth that right out. That's horrible. Cool. I can see what I need to be done. Right. Need some oranges now, so let's go in with what we got. That might be a bit too extreme, so we're going to go with Fire Dragon. Let's mix that into the mix. Yeah, let's. It'd be interesting because we've got some new. They're going to be pushing on the storyline now with the 40k, which is really interesting. I love the fact that with Ninth they're talking about that and how they're pushing things forward with the storyline, and it'd be interesting to see where they go with it. Because obviously I bet Gilly's not having a great time at the moment. He must be really struggling. And it'd be interesting to see whether or not they bring the storyline where they bring They've got to bring some more Primarchs back in this next edition. Because we've got 2 Chaos ones and 1 Loyal one. So I reckon we're either going to see Korax return, or it's going to be the Lion. So they've got to do something, because you can't be sleeping in that bloody rock all this time. Like, why has these guys not got him out of bed beforehand? It's just bonkers. I know he's had that massive great battle with Lucius, but even still. And Dawn as well. Dawn's definitely not dead. Don't believe for 1 minute Dawn's dead. So you got potential of Vulcan. I can't even say his name. Vulcan. Who else we got? We know Kurz is dead, and we definitely know Ferrus Manus is dead. However, this is going to be the interesting part about it. With the storyline, you had Fabius had his little moment in the sun where he had his little dirty little hands mixing in with the different Primarchs' DNA at some point. So, that bearing in mind, could we see other Primarchs reappear from the cloning process? Oh. What's going on there then? Hopefully we're back up. Hopefully that's good. Yay! I'm not sure there. I think it was because I've been streaming for a while. I think it just has a little lockout. Oh, I think that was too much. That was far too much. Silly. Okay. Yeah, so I was saying about Primarchs and what potentially could be what we could see for this next edition. I'm just praying we get a loyal Fulgrim. God, that would be a little spin on the Imperium. Because that would be kind of like you have to Imperium wouldn't be able to handle that, that's for sure. Let's pull that back. And then let's go that. So what I'm doing at the moment, just going in with the Mephiston Red and the oranges, but I've also got ice yellow in there as well. Sorry, I know I ain't got this up on the screen, but it's really, you wouldn't be able to see it anyway. But that's, I don't know if you can see that. Now I just need that tap of white just to make that pop, and then we are good on that side. Okay, and then that to there. Let's just get that little tiny pop. Cool, and then Right, it's done. Let's get these back off because they are friggin' hurting my eyes. But they've done their job. That's what they're in there for. What we got? Ah, right. So, Kyle, obviously you don't read any of the fluff. So there is a book that you need to read. I don't want to ruin it for you, but where is it? So these are the ones you want to read. So you've got Fabius Bile, Clone Lord, and it kind of gives it away in the name there. And then you've also got the Primogenitor. Two friggin' awesome books with Fabius Bile, and it talks about some really awesome stuff with Fabius and like the stuff he gets up to. But it's, yeah, Fabius is really, really cool. Once you've read those books or you've listened to the audio books, yeah, kind of then you go away and you think, wow, okay, shit. Potentially all Primarchs there could be some fluff in there where all Primarchs come back. When you read that one or listen to that one, you'll know exactly what I mean as soon as you've done it, and it's like, damn, that's very, very clever. Very, very, very clever. Right, so I've got to sort out that white. I'm not happy with the cloth. That's too sloppy Joe. And let's go. Let's go that down like so. Cool. I'm very, very happy on that. Yes, so Fabius Bile had, so the demon Fulgrim had Fabius Bile clone all the Primarchs. Now this is absolutely freaking bonkers. So he clones all primarily Ferrus Manus, and every time he cloned Ferrus Manus, Fulgrim would try get Ferrus Manus to join the Chaos, to join him. But every time Ferrus Manus said no, Fulgrim cut Ferrus Manus' head off every single time. So there's loads and loads of dead Ferrus Manus' bodies all over the shop because this whole endless cycle of, Fulgrim can't handle it, his brother's not going to join him. Because Ferrus Manus, Fulgrim makes Ferrus's weapon and vice versa. It's just crazy. Absolutely spot on. Absolutely spot on. And then you've got the other cool thing about this, of course, is you've got Fulgrim goes back to the home world, what's left of it, and as he goes back down to his old chambers, there's a cylinder still there with a Primarch in it, and yeah, there's potentially a Chaos Primarch in that tank that's there that potentially could come back as a good guy. You gotta read the books. If you want me to tell you, but I don't want to. If you haven't seen it, I don't want to ruin it because it's friggin' awesome bit of storyline there. Really, really good storyline. Like, yeah, made me happy. Like, very, very happy. Like, yeah, we could see this coming back. Yeah, this is gonna be awesome. But it's friggin' cool. Friggin' cool. Right, just want to make some more darker bits in there. So I'm just gonna go in with the contrast. Can't even say it, but that one. And then we're gonna add some water to this. And then I want to go, and that we want to go up into there, like so. And this is going to give it it's going to make those other purples pop. It's the plan anyway, Joel. is the plan to make the other ones pop. Contrast is such a friggin' awesome paint. I love contrast. Things you can do with it. Yeah, like we know Angron's definitely going to be coming back. However, Angron is not going to be coming back good. There is no way. Plus, Angron's kind of a bit of the more I listen to the audiobooks, the more I'm going off Angron all the time. He's not like, don't get me wrong, I love the World Eaters, and like the World Eaters were probably one of my first armies I collected. But the more I listen upon the fluff on Angron, the more I just think he's a bit of a whiny old such and such, and I kind of fallen out of love with him a bit, and it's kind of like, it's a shame. It's a shame. He's a bit of a whiny old bee. Sorry, I'm trying to keep this family friendly as best I can, so trying not to drop the B word. But yeah, he really is. He's not great. He's not a good old fella, is he? Cool. Right, that's that done, and then I think that's pretty much where we want him to be, because I don't want to go too far with him. Let's do that gun up. Let's get some highlights around there. And definitely around that sleeve. What's the point, man? What's the point? That across there. That across there, like that. And let's get that down there. That across there. Oh God, that was a bit of a sloppy Joe there. Don't want to ruin it. What we got going on? So the thing is with Comrade Kurz, I don't think we'll see Comrade Kurz come back. He definitely got assassinated, but Comrade was too much of a bit of a whiner at the end. Like he definitely had daddy issues. That's for sure. That's a shame, because like Comrade as a Primarch was such a horrible little turd. Horrible man. Like they really did portray that. And what he does to Dawn, or even what he does to Vulcan, is pretty brutal. Like tortures old Vulcan. Can't even say his name. Struggling tonight. But he really does torture him in a bad way. Right, let's do some battle damage. So let's do a bit there. And then we're going to do there. And then we'll do a bit of chip in. Just there. And then we'll do a bit. Let's do a little bit there. Little bit there. So now I'm just working upon the weathering effects on this guy. So not just randomly, just this all makes sense in a little bit. Hopefully, anyway. In 2 secs, I'll have a look. Conversations. Thank you very much for that. That's absolutely friggin' awesome. Thank you. You've made my night. It's ever so kind of you. I reckon once we see old Anger on return, he's going to be an absolute friggin' beast of a model. I did hear rumours that Fulgrim has been done for ages, and he's been playtested as well. That's the rumours. I don't do rumours, but sometimes rumours like that are friggin' awesome. And I really look forward to, if that is the case, that'd be so cool. You know he's going to be a big... I can imagine Fulgrim being a big old model as well. Let's do some chipping there. Do some chipping there. And do a little bit there. And we're going to do a little bit there. Right, cool. That is absolutely freaking awesome. Right, we're going to go in with Iron Oxide next. Oh, really? I missed that. I think 9th, we have to see more Primarchs reappear. But the question is, when Russ comes out of the warp, what is he going to be like? Because that warp's going to take a massive great. That's going to take a massive great part on him. Like, I can't see him being in that warp and not being affected. You know, gone demonhood in some way. Because if you look at the Wolfen, they've come out and they've come out really. They've come out chaosified, haven't they? And the fact that they're still used in the Wolfen is quite interesting. You know, still in the Space Wolves thing, and they've kind of accepted them, because there's no way that they should be, because they should be exterminated or at least put down. Because there's no way they can still appear in the thing. And I bet Gilly doesn't know in the fluff. That's for sure. Because if Gilly knows, you can imagine Gilly just taking them out and saying like, yeah, no way. No way that's possible. Let's get a little bit. Okay, a little bit more weathering down there, and then this is the bit I get wrong. That there, and that. Let's get some more in there. But yeah, Angron is I reckon when Angron comes, I reckon he's going to be a big old boy. Look forward to that. It's going to be nice to have on the tabletop as well. Right, that's there. And then, of course, you've got that bit there. Let's just do a little bit there. Oh, feet. You forgot about that. Cool. And then welcome back. Yeah, like I think Gilly's going to really struggle with him. He's definitely going to sling his weight around, that's for sure. I cannot see him otherwise doing that. Right, so what we're going in with now is chrome into this, and God, that's stuck in there like a treat. There you go. Didn't think it was that long ago I used it. And then what we're going to do next is into those bits, and then let's get that into there like so. I think I might ruin that shoulder one a bit. Damn it. Shoulder one is the one I'm not happy with. We can figure that. We can fix that. We have to fix that as well. It's like he's Nurgle. Blessed by Nurgle. And let's go there. Tap that into there like so. And then a little bit there. Don't think I've done anything else with him. Alright. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty badass. Oh, wrong one. Let's just tone that down just a tad. Okay, and this is the next part we need is I need a sponge. Because what we're going to do, we're going to do some pitting. Nope. That's probably not the camera right out. Where's the camera now? Let's just pull that back to there. Okay, so next up we're going to go with some sponge. And we're going to go with in with rock side again. All I'm going to do is this is just to give that weathered effect. Just slightly. Not too much. Yeah, that's working out nicely. Let's just get that around there like so. Working out, turning out all right. Mind you, there's not enough paint on there, so we're not really seeing what we're doing. Okay. Let's get that in there like so. There you go, that's much better. Oh, no. Probably a bit too much there. Never mind. No worries. No dramas. It's only paint at the end of the day, and paint can always be fixed. There you go. It's good. Happy with the purple. What do you reckon? What do we do next? So they're definitely tabletop ready, that's for sure. Do we turn that into a power axe, give it a little bit of a glow, or I'm gonna have a little think about that power axe, because that could be really, really cool if we get that right. Otherwise, I'm happy with that. That's turned out right. Let's do let's work upon that glow in the weapon. I think we'll go with the green in there. So Slanesh got a boost, work with. Yeah, see, this is going to be interesting, Nigel. I think we've got to wait until 9th actually comes out and see how they work with each other, whether or not they're actually going to be any good at all. Because I think that's going to be the bottom line, really. Because they might not be actually any good at all. They might be too, like, spending the CP might work out not great. Yeah, I'm happy with that. It's worked out right. What do we think? Do we like? Do we not like? It's definitely a nice Emperor's Children purple anyway, not too garish. That works out well. We've got to work upon that glow. That's what we've got to work on next. So let's go with, what do we think their colour would be of the blast weapons? Thanks, G. I'll try better. I'll try harder next time. We've got to come up with something. Yeah, cool. You just want it for the bases, Kyle. Let's get... Ooh, I don't know what to do with the power weapons now. I don't think red would be a good thing. I think red wouldn't work at all on that. I think, if anything, possibly maybe greens. I think greens would definitely be the way forward. So, bearing that in mind, we're going to go... I know exactly what we're going to do. We're going to go crazy. We're going to go Corax white. Ooh, electric blue. Yeah, see, I think... Okay, I've got an idea. It's either going to work, or this is going to be absolutely shocking. But I suppose in a way there's only one way to find out, right? And that's to try it. So what we're going to do, we're going to run Corax white down there, like so. And this is where we're going to play with contrast as well. To be fair, that's probably a little bit too much. This is where contrast is going to be awesome. Contrast is going to save the day. Actually, a little bit. Where are you? Is that it? No, that's not it. And let's have those bits there as well. Let's have those glowing. So this is either going to work or it's going to be a shocker. Actually, I might have messed up with that already. I'm going to keep confident. I've got an idea. And I think what we're going to do, if I do those into there like so, that into there like that. Kyle, you getting involved with the what's it called? Oh, I can't, brain's gone numb. Oh, God's sake. That's terrible. My brain has just gone absolutely friggin' numb. I can't think once. Blood Bowl. You getting involved with that when that comes up. That we're gonna go. You have to trust me on this, guys. Again, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, then it's I haven't really lost much. There you go. Right, let's get the hairdryer on it. I think really what I need to do with this, I need to get the airbrush back out. Cool. I think we're definitely gonna have a good old league. I was saying to John, I wouldn't mind a little Blood Bowl arena painted up for the channel and do some cut a few Blood Bowl games. I know that's not gonna be like everyone's cup of tea, and I know that's not everyone's not gonna enjoy that, but it'd be cool to have a nice one built. And then like maybe have like one that's sewer based, one in the graveyard, and then just like your normal one out in the field. Right, okay. Let's go with this. So going in with the airbrush only because I'll give this a much nicer glow. Plus I want that white to be good. Need the edge of the blade to be white. That's going to be the crucial part. And then, sorry, I'm going to have to stick this on because that's a bit stinky. Try not to destroy what we've done. Give this a little clean. Straight up to the flower bed, but it's fine. Cool. Right. Let's get that bit on, and then we're going to go with. So my thoughts on this one would be, if I can see it. We've got that as a choice. Get the get that down, and or where's the other one? Yeah, I'm going to go in with those. Lavender blue, and I'm going to go in with the lighter blue. Got an idea, got a plan. Sure, what we're going to do, a little bit thinner. And then we want kind of been nice and watery. All right. I think this is going to work more upon the actual... No, it's not, but I think, Kyle, this could be the glow we're looking for. If not, I could always redo it again, can't I? Let's get that on. It's been a little bit stronger this time. So it's kind of working. It's kind of doing kind of what I wanted to do, which is cool. This is going to be the tricky part. Yeah, it's the only part I'm not happy with, is that those parts there, but we'll finish it off, see how it goes with it. I might just restrip that back and just redo it. Let's go with question is, do I have a dark green to play with? Got the Dark Angels green. It does, doesn't it? It does. No, I think I should stick to lavender blue. I think I'm going to be silly not to, so I'm definitely using this lavender blue for my Night Lords. Such an awesome colour. Very, very vibrant. The inks in it just pops. And let's go. Kind of works. Kind of. So you kind of got like that. Yeah, I don't think that'd be the right green, Kyle. That looks cool, though. Just got to make this bit work. The nib. It's not what we want. Kind of got a little bit of glow going on there, so that's kind of cool. It kind of brings that. Let's go a little bit in there, like so. That's fine. I'm happy with that. Rid of the excess of that, clean it up, and that should be the last time we use the airbrush. Oh, let's get that up, that stinks. Clean it up a little bit. Don't, it'll only add it itself. Cool. And that I think that kind of works. I do like that. That's kind of works cool. So we just got to go back over the golds again, just do a final little touch up with those. I think we are onto winner. Maybe that is going to be one hell of a stunning. Once you get all the rest of the models done, I think it's going to be an absolutely stunning army. The only thing I do need to do before I do put the airbrush away, that's a little bit of, of course, just smack the camera away. Let's get do some bit of dusting. So we're going to go with some flat earth, and the flat earth, oh god, that's kind of finished. We're not using that flat earth, that's for sure. That is game over. Right, let's try another one. It's a bit more promising. Just a little bit in there. And you can see slowly, not that you can really see it on this camera, but the desk is getting a little bit more and more dirty. Filled up, right? Okay, so with the flat earth, all we're going to do is just do just a little bit around his feet. Give that a little bit of weathering effect. I'll do the same on that bit there. A little bit there. That's it, and that gives that the model a little bit more character to it. It's awesome. I like that. It's cool. Come out all right. Question is, can I remember the colour scheme when I go to the next ones? That's going to be funny. I think this is where I stop on these two models. We leave them as we are there because they are just, at the end of the day, they are just the foot sloggers. But they are to a nice tabletop standard. Quite happy with that, the way they've come out. It's kind of to the standard I would like it to if I had a commission job done. Now the only thing I could do is where I've got the golds, I could go over with the Airbrush Earth or Sepia gloss. Just give it a coat of give another coat of matte first, of course, and then just maybe fill it into the gaps just to get into the recesses, just to make that pop a little bit. Otherwise, I'm happy with that. Might just need a little bit more darker around there. So let's go with dark purple. This is where I'm playing into realms where I should really just like go, nope, this is where you should stop. Cheers, buddy, much appreciated. And then let's go that down into there. Let's go with just going to wet that off a little bit. I want to go that around there like so, but we don't want to ruin what we've done, so we're just going to push all that excess away. So tempted to lick the brush then, but this paint tastes like crap, and you don't want this. You don't want this on your tongue, that's for sure. Like, no, thank you. Right, let's get it in there. Just add that little bit more character into that. Let's go that into there like so. Let's just tidy that up. Oh, don't ruin it! Don't ruin it! Don't ruin it! Thank God oh God, I don't even know what I've done with the colours now. That's where my table's getting a little bit, and my paint palette's getting a little bit messy, and I need to, should really tidy that up. Let's get that around there, like so. And then, oh. Get that along there like that, and then we're just going to tidy that up with a damp brush. What the damp brush does, it helps blend, for me it helps blend the colours in. I think that dark purple is definitely needed. That's too much of a we don't want to ruin what we've done, obviously that'd just be gutting. Ah. Yeah. Voila, that's it. That's what we gotta. Should stop it. Stop where we are, otherwise that is, as you know, I can't, I've got to do the sepia. I've got to do the sepia. If I don't, that's going to kill me, that's going to get to me, and right. Yeah, the gloss is definitely better, that's for sure. Do I have any gloss sepia? Don't think I do. No. No, fair enough. I've got to stop it again. I've got to go back to a shop at some point, get some more bits. Let's get that across there. Like that, and then that down there, like so. Yeah, it's actually looking pretty good. Very good. Made that shoulder pad pop anyway. Beautiful purple. It's cool. It's quite a nice little Nice little purple we've made up tonight. Let's just get that across there. And that is it. Oh. Night, pal. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. Really do appreciate it, and thank you very much for the money as well. That's absolutely super awesome of you. So really do appreciate it. I'll post some bits up on the Patreon page. You'll be able to see how we finish off with these guys. But I think these two, that's pretty much it. I'm happy with the way that's turned out. Just going to finish off that gold there, because that needs to be finished off, tidied up at least, and then oh shit, done it again. That poor camera's been hit so many times. Probably get one more in there just for luck. Let's get that in there, like so. It's such a beautiful gold. Love it. Right, let's just get that back across there like that. Back down there like so. And just the other thing that does, it just makes that gold just pop a little bit more as well. That's like, yes please. A little bit of popping on the gold is friggin' awesome. And thinking with this gold, it just doesn't like to sit upon that eagle. It's like something there that just doesn't like it. It's like it's heresy. Otherwise, I think the gold pops. Once this arm is done, it's going to look freaking awesome. We will have Emperor's Children on the channel. %100%. Yes, that's better. That's worked really, really well. Cool. Just a little bit up there. Touch up there. Well, I've got my fat fingers on it. And that is it. And then we don't know what legion was originally in the dirt. Not even gonna worry about it. He's a dead legionary now. Shame I didn't have some spare Primaris, spare bits lying around. I could just chuck him into the floor. Because these boys stilled to perfection. Anyway, I think that is us for the night. So, thank you very much, everyone that's joined me on the stream tonight. It's been absolutely awesome. Really, really do appreciate all the conversations, spending the time with us, giving us a bit of support with the conversation, the colour schemes. It's been absolutely friggin' awesome. So, from me and the and the old air compressor, thank you very much, and hopefully I'll catch you all again soon. Yeah, if you want to share this video, that'd be absolutely friggin' awesome too. Anyway, I'll catch you all again very, very soon. Cheers, guys and girls.